All right, Joey, we didn't have you long here in Rockford. Spent a lot of the year up in the NHL, a lot of the year in Toronto as well. What was all the transition like for you this season, playing with four different pro teams?
It's different. Obviously, my first time kind of going through the in-season trade, but everywhere I went, people were really welcoming and helped me acclimate to the different environments and just showed up every day with a good attitude, try and work hard, and kind of figure it out as I went.
And then this was your first taste of postseason hockey professionally as well. What were those two series like for you?
Yeah, I think you can learn a lot from it. I think just it's a step up intensity wise, and it's just there's such a fine line between scoring goals and like getting the bounce go your way and like in winning a game. So like you get maybe one or two good looks a game that you got to find a way to capitalize on. Otherwise, you're behind the eight ball, as we found out. And I think that even in a series, like winning one game can really change the dynamic in the locker room going forward. So it's important to get those bounces even early in a series.
And then development-wise for you, is it hard to kind of work on your game when you're bouncing around to these different teams and you got to learn, how to get to the rink and stuff like that?
Maybe a little bit. I think, it just, like I said, the biggest thing is to just, show up with a good attitude every day. And, the schedules are, aside from it being new places, are pretty similar for the most part. Like, American League schedule looks the same here as it did in Toronto for the most part. And, Toronto and the NHL and Chicago, it's very similar. So you know your routines and things like that, and then just, maybe you have to adjust a couple things here or there depending on what the actual situation is you're in. But like I said, I'm a pretty easygoing guy, so just kind of figure it out as I go and trying to keep my head even keel.
Going back home to Minnesota, what's this off season going to look like for you?
I spent a lot of time with the baby and my wife and probably my brother and sister family and golf a lot. Take some time now to let the body rest and kind of get ready for my off-season training that'll start up here in a couple weeks.
Got it? Okay. Here with Michal Teply. Michal, looking back on this season, what are your thoughts on how it went? Let's start for you just personally.
Oh, personally, it was another hard season. Good lesson, obviously, and after two with the COVID year, after 3 years here, I'm really excited for the next season and kind of know what to expect, what to do. So excited.
It felt like you turned it on at the last couple months of the season. Was that an increase in confidence for you at the end of the year?
Yeah, it's. I obviously haven't thought about it yet, so I don't know. But yeah, it's confidence for sure, and yeah, I would say confident.
What parts of your game were you working on throughout the year?
Be hard on pucks, winning battles in a corner on the walls. Stay engaged, and and play my game. Skating, kind of everything. It's connected, but the most is staying engaged and skating.
We got to see you and Lucas Reichel play together quite a bit, especially at the end of the year, like what we saw last year. What's it like playing with him on the ice, and what's the chemistry like between you two?
Yeah, it's good. We're almost same age. He's an offensive player too. Yeah, it's fun to play with him. It's fun to play together. We played good last year. We had some good games this year together too. So yeah, we're both more offensive. So yeah, it's fun.
You had a big goal in Game 2 against Iowa there in the third period. Is that one of your favorite goals of the year?
Yeah, and I like that in the start of the season in Chicago overtime goal. That was nice too, But yeah, that goal against Iowa, it was probably the nicest goal or memory.
And it seemed like this team was very tight-knit, very close this year. What about this group was special to you? And, what are some of those memorable things about this group that you're going to miss?
Yeah, last year we had a tight group too, and I was exciting how this year gonna look like. But yeah, it was a little different, but it was awesome too. Like we had so much fun on the road trips or even here, like just on a daily base, like when you come here to locker room and you see the same guys every day. So yeah, it's been a good year. It was nice.
Morgan, first season here in Rockford. What was the campaign like for you? Spending the whole time pretty much up here.
Yeah, no, I was really happy to be part of the Hogs this year, and we had a great group of guys, a great staff. Unfortunately, it didn't go as well as we'd want to in the playoff run, but no, I had a blast there with the guys and the staff. It was really good.
Just earlier asked Alex Vlasic what his favorite moment was this season. Is it pretty safe to say that your favorite was scoring that shootout winner in Laval?
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, all my family was there. I think I had 50 or 60 people there, so friends and family all showed up. So it was kind of a written story. Like, it couldn't gone even better for me, so I was really happy about that. So yeah, I'd say that was my highlight of the year.
That was a point in the year where there was a lot of change going on with the team and different guys had to step up. What was that like with this group, different guys pitching in, especially during that part of the campaign?
Yeah, no, that part we had a couple of big trades. Carson Gisevich got traded, Adam Clendenning. So a lot of our guys that kept us together went away. So for that trip there was a lot of movements. But when the guys like Rocco came, Hunter Drew came also. So after that it all gelled back together, and I think we gave ourselves a good chance in the playoffs with the group we have.
Obviously, outside of the big game-winning goal against Laval, I think one of the other bigger moments you've had this year are some of those bigger fights that you've had throughout the year. So do you go into this offseason looking to change anything in that part of your game, or are you still looking to come back next year, looking to be that enforcer that you were this year?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, unfortunately, I'm not there for my pretty eyes. So, so yeah, no, just work on my skating. I think it's my biggest weakness is how I move on the ice. So work on that for sure. But no, I would come back with the same role. So the enforcer, playing tough around the boards, be good defensively, and if anything else comes back in the other zone, I'd definitely be happy. But no, I'll focus more on my strong suits.
I know you were active in the community as well this season. What was it like here, just spending the year in Rockford?
I loved it. Like the fans love their Hogs, so that was nice to be part of that. So when we went to schools or when we went for the teddy bears at the hospital or all these things, so that was really nice, and to see that the community follows the guys and really supports us, it's really nice. And thanks again, guys. We had a blast with you fans, and hope that you'll be there next year too.
All right, now I got to finish it off because I've always enjoyed asking this. You're out in the community. What's the best spot to eat?
Best spot to eat? Wow. I'd say Mark's Fusion. Mark's Fusion, love the sushi over there. It's right beside my place too. So no, we went there a couple times. Yeah.
All right, Alex, first pro season in the books. How'd it go for you?
I think I went pretty well. I thought I took some good strides. Even as a team, I think we had a good season. A lot of ups and downs, but definitely fun to be a part of it. And individually, I feel like it went pretty well for me.
What was your first taste of professional playoff hockey like?
It was exciting. It was fun to play in front of a good crowd. Here at home and away. I was definitely playing some meaningful hockey was exciting for me. Best of 3 series, best of 5 series. Kind of getting that under my belt was big, and I think we had a good run as a team.
Just 21 years old, and you had the A pinned on your chest for a good part of the year. What was that like for you, kind of in that leadership role on the ice?
I was honored. Playing with such a good group of guys. Being able to get that letter was big for me, and I was happy to lead the team in any way that I could. I thought that I tried to lead by example, try to be vocal when I could, and try to just do my best being that leader, somebody that guys could look up to.
Obviously, getting some of that NHL experience this year, what are some of the things you're looking to better your game at going into this offseason, and hopefully to get back to, obviously, Chicago here next year as well?
I think just continue to develop my defensive game. I think that's what what I'm going to be best at the next level, and try to hone my offensive skills as well. Puck play, just try to be more confident with it, and I think that's my main thing is just coming in, being confident that I can be that guy and play at the NHL next year full time.
You also started running that top power play unit. I know you had talked a little bit about maybe not deferring as much and shooting more and things like that. Did you feel like you took some strides kind of on that top PP?
Yeah, I think it took me a little bit to feel comfortable up there at the top. At first, kind of deferring to, like you said, deferring to the flanks a little bit, more than I would want to. And as the time went on, as I got a little bit more comfortable up there, I started to do my own thing, kind of shoot the puck and feel comfortable with being myself out there.
Was there anything lifestyle-wise with the pro game that maybe you learned this year that you weren't expecting?
For sure. I mean, I think it wears on you mentally for sure. I think that's the biggest thing. Coming from college, playing 32 games, and then all of a sudden you're playing 70 something here. You just got to make sure you're mentally in tune every single day because you're coming to the rink, every day, but you're playing games almost every other day or whatever it is. Two on the weekend or maybe even 3 and 3. So. Just that, the physical aspect is there for sure, but just mentally making sure you're staying checked in and always just coming ready to play.
And talk about just how many extra periods you guys have played this year to a record-setting amount of overtime games. Has that almost helped you guys to get that extra development, get that extra toughness there because you're playing extra hockey so long, or do you think that kind of hinders it as the year goes on?
I think it's got its pros and cons. I think going into OT, those 2 games against Iowa. I think we feel comfortable in overtime. Like you said, playing so many overtimes during the year, we had a lot of opportunity where there's a lot of pressure. But I think as you kind of get put in that situation more frequently, you kind of start to not really feel the pressure too much, and you understand that you just got to keep playing your game. And I think that's why we took away those 2 OT wins in Iowa. It's just we've been in that situation so many times that the pressure wasn't getting to us.
Do you have a favorite moment from this season?
Favorite moment? I don't know. I think scoring that OT winner against Texas was pretty cool for me. Just the second goal on the year, and for that to happen, I had a bunch of family and friends in the crowd too. It was a special night for me. And I think it definitely was a turning point for me in the season as well. Confidence-wise, just kind of turned me to become a different player in my opinion.